So good morning YouTube, welcome to the fuel factory. I'm heading down to the yard this morning because I've bought another ski. Now for those of you who may have seen the previous video, Project 75 started as Project 70, we've upped it now, Project 75 we're calling it. We set out to build a 75 mile an hour Kawasaki Ultra 150. Now, if you've seen the previous videos, I was very happy with what we ran stock. However, we're going to need a lot more power to run 75 miles an hour. It hadn't occurred to me when we filmed the first video that there may be people watching who aren't familiar with jet skis. There may be people into... It's such a broad spread we're going to be doing on this channel. Bikes, cars, boats, anything. But people who haven't been on the water perhaps don't understand that a 10 mile an hour increase on a watercraft equates to a huge amount more power. You have to have exponentially more power to achieve those higher speeds. And so finding the parts to do that on a 20-odd-year-old two-stroke jet ski is very difficult, especially in the UK. If you're in the US, they seem more readily available. Now, nobody's quite going to believe that I didn't have this ski that I'm about to show you today lined up, ready to go. Because when we started this project, to be honest, I was thinking, I don't know whether we're going to be able to do this, but it'll be a laugh. Right after we filmed that first episode, a ski came up a little way from here, 400-mile round trip, and it's got all the parts we need, hopefully. So I went down there, did a deal. It was a great bloke. He just couldn't be bothered with the tuning parts and working it out, and you know, by his own admission, he thinks the motor might be seized, thinks the engine's seized up. I'm not too worried about that at this point. I just want the parts, and that's where we're going now. I'm going to go and show you the ski. It's scruffy, but it's got all the good stuff on it. So Dave's not seen it. Dave's completely new to skis. He's new to skis, but he's not new to making things go fast. So when he sees these parts, I think we're going to get a little grin out of him. Here he is.
Hey up.
Hello, Dave. Hello.
What we've got to look at today then?
Come in, son.
Let's have a look.
Grab the gate.
Am I going to be excited? Is this it?
It's not that, is it?
Just pull it straight up, yeah.
Have a look, pal. What do you think?
If it's red, I'm going to... This red, mate. Oh my.
Get it off.
Oh.
Get the sheet off.
Cleaning? Oh my God, mate.
What do you reckon, mate?
What is better than the colour of that, mate? And all these old school glittery purple stickers.
It's a 99, mate. It's the first year that they made them, and when these things were stock, this was the fastest one. So
was
when
it?
Yeah, stock, this was a genuine 150 horsepower.
Not being funny, apart from the seat, the bodywork itself looks all right, doesn't it?
It's not too bad, mate. And a lot of this dirt underneath was just towing it back in the rain. This will all come up. This is nice, yeah.
100% that'll come up. We'll make that red pop like nobody's business, mate.
Yeah, the seat's raggy, the seat's torn. You can recover that, mate. I'm not stressed. I'm not worried about that.
Is this purple?
Yeah, it's purple.
Purple and
yeah,
red. Who'd have thought they'd go together, mate?
all the trim's purple on these first ones, mate. And I think they're starting to age well. They've got that classic. They've almost got that vintage.
Like, mate, when it comes to this sort of stuff, I love all this old retro sort of stuff.
You got it.
This to me is a jet ski.
Well, dump the seat.
Already?
Dump the seat, mate.
Already? I can see this. I can already see that this looks a hell of a lot different to yours, mate. Because what is that exhaust pipe?
No, there's 3 pipes, mate. Look quicker.
Oh my God! 1, 2, 3.
So
All individual from the cylinders.
each cylinder, it's a triple, it's a 1200cc 2-stroke triple, and now every cylinder gets its own expansion chamber instead of all coming back out of a very restrictive stock exhaust.
Right, I'm not being funny. Get these pipes off this right now. Drag that up to 150 out of there and get these on it right now. Just get your spanners on it, mate. Don't look hard. We can do that in about 5-10 minutes, I reckon.
Now, I wanted to clean it up, mate. I really did want to clean it up today.
Stop that.
No, but hang on a minute, because I haven't got a great deal of time, Dave. I've got a massive flat tyre on my van.
Are you joking?
Mate, I drove down here fine. I've rocked straight in, flat as a pancake, flat as a mashed cat.
You got a spare on this?
Yeah, but it's not very
don't
good.
take me eye off this ski, mate. To look at some stupid flat tyre on a crap van.
All right, get back to the important
Thank
stuff.
you.
I have got a real job to go to, though. I'm not
meant to be at my real job, so don't watch this. You can see under here how red it should be. This is obviously seen no sunlight, no weathering, no nothing. Now, if I shut that down and you try and keep that on there and compare that bit to these bits around here, it's a completely different red.
It's quite difficult to pick up, but I can see it with my eyes, mate.
But I'm not being funny, that's why I love red, mate. Well, do we care if the engine doesn't work, as long as these pipes and those carbs work?
No, not at the moment. That'd just be a Brucey bonus.
Of course it would, yeah. So what are you reckoning with these pipes and those carbs on yours? What sort of power would this make a difference?
Well, I
to
think.
that?
Well, there's talk of the pipes alone being 50 horsepower.
Just the pipes?
Yeah. So there's, with I think pipes on modified stock carbs, you're going over 200 horsepower from 145.
Yeah. Well, they're all the words I wanted to hear, mate. Right. Are you sure that's the wrong wheel? Because
Go on, Dave. Laugh it up. Just hadn't put the stud on it.
It looks like it fits to me, mate. What chance have we got of doing this triple pipe
Don't
conversion?
worry about that, mate. Don't worry about all that. Just let the fuel factory master technician do his job.
It's the wrong wheel, Dave. It's the wrong one, mate.
Good morning, Fuel Factory fans. Welcome to a fresh day at the compound. Now this morning I've had a little bit more time to try and get my head around exactly what's going on with this ski. So my fear is that the engine is seized. A couple of people, including myself, I did have some suspicions that it may be the pump. Now the pumps can seize up, the bearings can go. I've removed the pump, and as you can see, there's a little bit of sand in there, but that's fine. And there's a lot of sand in that ride plate. Now, this is all pointing to bad news, unfortunately, because I think this motor is locked up. As you can see, it's not going to be an easy task to get in there and find that out. We need to take the heads off, but first I need to take these pipes off.
This could be good for me. Lately I was feeling like I need a purpose. But when you talk to me, give me the impression that I won't scratch your surface. And I could walk for days, searching for your praise. But is it even there to find?
Okay, so 2 out of the 3 pipes managed to get out, managed to remove those. And have a look in here. What's this? Whoa! My man's been on them Harawans. Them little opiates, baby. Now, I haven't bought the ski from a drug dealer. So, I think what that is an oil backfilling syringe. These skis don't like to be pre-mixed whatsoever. There's quite a complicated oil system on these. There's a balancer in one end, in this end of the casing, and there's a balancer in this end of the casing. Now, common procedure is to backfill these oil lines before you bleed the pump. Obviously, any bubbles in the 2-stroke oil lines for a 2-stroke engine could spell disaster. So I'm guessing that's what my man's done with this little puppy baby, yeah. But anyway, things aren't looking great. In view, it's very difficult to see. But I don't know what, this stuff, that's not looking good, is it? That's not great. And I don't know if the camera picks it up, but the cylinder walls in there look incredibly scored, scruffy, scratched, wrecked, knackered. So I think we may have a basket case on our hands. These things have a habit of punching a hole in the crankcases when the piston lets go. The clearance between the bottom of the crankshaft and the crankcase is minimal, and so when a piston lets go, a piece of that piston travels around the bottom of the crank, bosh, straight out the bottom, great big hole. You can't buy the cases from Kawasaki anymore. It's chaos. So when I get my hand under here in a minute, I'm hoping there's not a great big hole. Oh dear, that doesn't look too good. So I think that concludes today's episode. The cylinder, the head that I've taken off and looked inside that bore, is toast. It's smoked, it's scored, rusty, it's full of fuel. There might be some water in there as well, I'm not sure, but this engine isn't going to run any time soon. But please bear with us, because today there's been blood, a lot of sweat, no tears. I can't find the hole in that crankcase yet, but you will see a running triple piped Ultra on this channel very soon. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for the next episode.